Hello there. Welcome to Sleepy Science Effects. Asterisk asterisk as night slowly settles over the quiet land. The sky begins its silent transformation. Towering clouds rise like floating mountains, softly glowing from within, while gentle rain drifts down. In slow motion, the world below grows still. Trees become silhouettes, distant hills fade into mist, and the air fills with a calm, peaceful energy. Somewhere far away, faint lightning whispers inside the clouds. Not loud or sudden, but soft and patient, like a heartbeat in the sky. In this moment, time feels slower. Breathing becomes deeper. And Sleepy Storm fact number 1. Lightning never sleeps every single second. Somewhere on our planet, lightning quietly flashes not once, not twice, but nearly 100 times every second, while you rest in your bed, while cities glow softly. At night, while oceans breathe under moonlight, Earth is gently pulsing with electricity. These lightning flashes happen mostly inside distant storm clouds, far away from human eyes. Many of them never touch the ground. They glow silently within towering clouds over warm oceans, deep jungles, and empty deserts. Invisible to us, yet constantly active, lightning is part of Earth's natural rhythm. It forms when tiny ice crystals and water droplets inside storm clouds bump into each other, slowly building electrical energy. Over time, that energy grows too strong to stay contained. And so, in a brief, brilliant moment, the sky releases it as light. Each flash lasts only a fraction of a second. Yet during that tiny moment, temperatures rise hotter than the surface of the sun. The surrounding air expands instantly, creating the soft rumble we know as thunder. What feels rare to us is actually constant for the planet. At any moment, there are about 1,800 thunderstorms active around the world. Some are gentle and distant. Others pour rain over forests and fields. Together, they form a quiet global orchestra of light and sound. Lightning also helps refresh Earth's atmosphere. It creates natural compounds that fertilize soil and support plant life. In this way, every storm plays a small role in keeping ecosystems alive. So tonight, as you listen to calming sounds or drift toward sleep, remember this gentle truth: the Earth is awake. The clouds are moving. Soft flashes of light travel through distant skies. And somewhere far away, lightning continues its endless, peaceful dance, keeping balance in the silent rhythms of our world. Asterisk Sleepy Storm fact number 2. Thunder is the sound of expanding air. Thunder feels mysterious, deep, and powerful. But in truth, thunder is simply air responding to sudden heat. When lightning flashes across the sky, it heats the surrounding air in an instant. The temperature rises to nearly 30,000 degrees Celsius, hotter than the surface of the sun. This extreme heat causes the air to expand explosively, creating a pressure wave. That pressure wave travels outward in all directions as it moves through the atmosphere. It becomes sound. That sound is thunder. At first, it begins as a sharp crack near the lightning bolt. Then, as it travels farther, it stretches and softens, echoing between clouds, hills, and buildings. This is why thunder sometimes sounds like a quick snap, and other times like a long, rolling whisper across the sky. The distance of thunder can be measured by counting seconds after lightning. Every 3 seconds roughly equals 1 kilometer. This gentle timing trick connects human awareness to the rhythm of storms. Thunder also changes depending on cloud shape, wind speed, and humidity. Some storms produce soft murmurs. Others create deep, cinematic rumbles that seem to vibrate through walls and bones. Interestingly, thunder is not only heard, it can be felt. low-frequency vibrations pass through the ground, quietly touching trees, rivers, and sleeping cities. In ancient cultures, thunder was believed to be the voice of gods. Today, we understand it as physics. Yet its emotional power remains unchanged. For many people, distant thunder brings comfort. Its slow rhythm acts like natural white noise. It's helping the brain relax and drift toward sleep. So when thunder rolls gently across the night sky, remember, it is not anger, it is not danger. It is simply warm air, expanding, releasing energy back into the calm embrace of Earth. Sleepy storm fact number 3. Lightning is hotter than the sun. Lightning lasts only a fraction of a second. Yet, in that tiny moment, it becomes one of the hottest natural events on Earth. Inside a lightning bolt, temperatures rise to nearly 30,000 degrees Celsius. That is about 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. This incredible heat happens because electrical energy moves through the air almost instantly. Electrons race across invisible pathways, creating plasma, a glowing state of matter. Rarely seen outside stars, the air around the lightning bolt heats so quickly that it cannot move away in time. Instead, it explodes outward, forming the shockwave that becomes thunder. Despite this extreme temperature, lightning rarely causes widespread fires on its own. Most bolts last too briefly to ignite large areas. Nature designed lightning to release energy fast, then fade quietly back into the sky. Lightning also transforms the air it passes through. It creates nitrogen compounds that fall to Earth with rain, naturally fertilizing soil. In this way, lightning feeds forests, fields, and distant crops. Each flash is both destruction and creation, heat and renewal, power and balance. From space, satellites observe thousands of lightning bolts every hour, painting glowing patterns across continents and oceans. Yet here on the ground, we usually experience lightning as soft flashes behind clouds, distant glimmers in nighttime storms. Many bolts never touch the Earth at all. They travel inside clouds, quietly illuminating the sky like hidden lanterns. So while lightning may appear violent, it is actually part of Earth's gentle electrical heartbeat, a silent exchange between sky and ground. A brief reminder that even in darkness, powerful light exists, appearing for just a moment, then disappearing, leaving calm behind. Sleepy storm fact number 4. Storm clouds can rise higher than Mount Everest. Mount Everest stands nearly 9 kilometers above sea level. It is Earth's tallest mountain, yet storm clouds often rise even higher. Some thunderstorm clouds grow taller than 15 kilometers, reaching into the upper atmosphere. These towering giants are called cumulonimbus clouds, massive structures of water, ice, and rising warm air from the ground. They look soft and gentle. From space, they resemble glowing white mountains floating above Earth. These clouds grow when warm air near the surface rises rapidly. As it ascends, it cools, forming droplets and ice crystals. More warm air follows, pushing the cloud upward until it reaches invisible atmospheric boundaries. At the top, the cloud spreads outward, forming its familiar anvil shape. Inside these clouds, powerful winds circulate slowly, lifting moisture upward again and again. This creates rain, hail, snow, and lightning, all within one drifting structure. Despite their size, storm clouds move quietly. They glide over cities and forests with surprising grace. Their shadows cool the land beneath. Their rain feeds rivers and soil. Their winds redistribute heat across continents. From airplanes, pilots see these clouds glowing at sunset, painted in soft golds and purples. 2 birds flying high. They appear like endless white oceans. Storm clouds remind us that Earth is layered, sky above sky, all connected by invisible currents. So when you see a tall cloud reaching into the heavens, remember, it rises higher than the world's tallest mountain. yet it floats effortlessly, a silent giant in the peaceful architecture of the atmosphere. Sleepy storm fact number 5. Raindrops begin as tiny dust particles. Every raindrop begins its journey as something almost invisible, high above the ground. Inside clouds, tiny dust particles drift through the air. These microscopic specks come from deserts, oceans, volcanoes, forests, and even distant cities. Water vapor gently gathers around these particles. Slowly, silently, moisture collects. These tiny beginnings grow as more droplets join together, forming larger and heavier drops. Eventually, gravity softly pulls them toward Earth. Without dust, rain would not exist. Each raindrop carries a piece of the world within it. Traces of soil, salt from oceans, pollen from flowers, and minerals from faraway lands. This process connects continents. Dust from Africa travels to the Amazon rainforest, helping fertilize its trees. Ocean salt nourishes inland soils. Storms quietly redistribute Earth's elements across the planet. Raindrops also change shape as they fall. They flatten slightly, wobbling gently like tiny parachutes. Drifting through layers of air at different temperatures, some evaporate before touching the ground. Others reach leaves, rooftops, rivers. And skin rain is not just water falling, it is the sky returning borrowed moisture to Earth. It is a slow recycling system that has worked for billions of years. So when rain taps softly on windows, remember, each drop began as a speck of dust floating in silence, a tiny traveler that crossed skies, just to arrive quietly beside you. Sleepy storm fact number 6. Storms help clean. The air storms are Earth's natural cleansing system as rain falls through. The atmosphere, it captures dust, smoke, pollen, and pollution. These tiny particles attach to water droplets and are carried gently down to the ground. This process is called atmospheric washing. After rainfall, the air often feels fresher and lighter. Breathing becomes easier. Colors appear brighter. Even distant sounds seem clearer. Lightning also plays a role in cleaning the sky. It creates ozone and other compounds that help neutralize certain pollutants. Together, rain and electricity refresh the atmosphere. Storms don't just clean cities, they cleanse forests, oceans, deserts, and mountains. They remove particles that drifted for weeks across continents. They reset the atmosphere quietly. For people sensitive to allergies, rainstorms bring relief. For plants, they provide cleaner sunlight. For animals, they signal renewal. This natural purification happens every day, somewhere on Earth. Without storms, pollution would slowly build up, clouds would thicken, and skies would grow dull. Instead, storms arrive. Like gentle caretakers, they rinse the heavens. They return clarity. They restore balance. So the next time rain falls softly outside, imagine the invisible work being done above you. The sky is washing itself, and with every drop, Earth breathes a little easier. Asterisk sleepy storm fact number 7. Some storms glow softly at night. Not every storm announces itself with bright lightning and loud thunder. Some storms glow quietly, high above the ground, inside towering clouds. Faint electrical energy moves gently between ice crystals and water droplets. This invisible motion can create a soft illumination known as cloud glow. From far away, these storms look like giant lanterns floating in the dark. The light is subtle, pale whites, soft blues, sometimes faint purples spreading slowly across cloud tops. Unlike lightning, this glow does not strike. It drifts. Pilots often see this peaceful light while flying at night, watching glowing storm clouds from above, like silent cities in the sky. This gentle brightness comes from internal lightning hidden deep inside clouds. The light reflects off water, vapor, and ice, filling the cloud with a quiet shimmer. On Earth's surface, People sometimes mistake these glowing clouds for distant cities or moonlight, trapped in fog, but it is simply electricity moving calmly through the atmosphere. These glowing storms remind us that nature does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers while oceans sleep and forests rest. Storm clouds slowly pulse with energy, lighting themselves from within. It is Earth's nighttime breathing. So if you ever notice the horizon softly glowing under dark clouds, know that you are watching a storm speaking in light, quietly, patiently, beautifully. Sleepy storm fact number 8. Snowstorms are quieter than rainstorm snow, which changes how the world sounds. When snow falls, each tiny crystal traps air inside its delicate structure. As snow builds up on the ground, it creates millions of tiny pockets that absorb sound waves. This is why snowstorms feel peaceful. Footsteps become soft. Distant traffic fades. Even wind seems quieter. Snow acts like a natural blanket for Earth. Unlike rain, which bounces off surfaces and echoes through streets, snow settles gently. It cushions buildings, trees, and roads, reducing noise reflection. In snowy landscapes, sound travels differently. Everything feels closer, calmer, slower. Animals move more quietly. Cities become hushed. Forests fall into deep stillness. Scientists call this acoustic absorption, but emotionally, it feels like silence wrapping the world. Many people experience deeper sleep during snowfall. The brain responds to reduced noise by relaxing muscles and lowering stress hormones. Snowstorms also slow human activity. Cars move carefully, streets empty. Life pauses. This quiet gives nature space to breathe. Even storms become gentle. So when snow drifts softly outside your window, remember, the storm is not loud. It is tucking Earth in. Sleepy storm fact number 9. Hurricanes release energy like thousands of bombs. Hurricanes are among the most powerful systems on Earth. Every day, a large hurricane releases energy equal to thousands of nuclear bombs, not through destruction, but through heat transfer. Warm ocean water evaporates into rising air. As that moisture condenses into clouds, massive amounts of heat are released into the atmosphere. This energy fuels wind, rain, and towering cloud systems. Yet, despite their strength, hurricanes follow natural rules. They transport heat away from tropical oceans toward cooler regions, helping balance Earth's temperature. They are part of the planet's cooling system. From space, hurricanes look peaceful, giant spirals drifting slowly over blue oceans. Inside, rain falls steadily, circulate in wide arcs. The eye remains calm. Even these massive storms move with quiet purpose. They remind us that power can exist alongside rhythm. Energy flows, air circulates, oceans breathe. Hurricanes are not chaos. They are Earth redistributing warmth. Sleepy storm fact number 10. The fresh smell after rain is called petrichor. Peaceful scent after rainfall has a name. Petrichor. When dry ground meets rain, oils from plants mix with soil bacteria, releasing a gentle, earthy aroma into the air. This smell tells nature that water has returned. Humans evolved to recognize this scent. It signals safety, renewal, and life. Petrichor comes from ancient forests, deserts, and grasslands. It connects us to Earth's deep memory. After storms, breathing feels easier. Minds feel lighter. That soft smell is chemistry, but also comfort. Rain awakens microbes in soil, releasing compounds that float upward. Wind carries them through streets and trees. It is the planet's perfume. So next time rain passes and that familiar scent arrives, pause for a moment. You are breathing Earth's happiness. Sleepy storm fact number 11. Storm clouds can weigh. Over 1 million tons. Storm clouds look light and fluffy, but they are incredibly heavy. A Single large thunderstorm cloud can hold over 1,000,000 tons of water. That weight floats because air itself provides support through rising currents. Tiny droplets stay suspended by upward-moving warm air, slowly circling inside clouds. Only when droplets grow large enough do they fall as rain above cities and forests. These massive clouds drift silently, carrying oceans in the sky. It is one of nature's quiet miracles. Water hangs overhead, waiting and then gently returns to Earth. Asterisk sleepy storm fact number 12. Thunder travels slower than light. When a storm lights up the sky, you always see lightning before you hear thunder. This is because light moves almost instantly, while sound travels slowly through air. Lightning reaches your eyes in less than a blink. Thunder, however, must travel through miles of atmosphere before reaching your ears. Sound moves at about 343 meters per second. Light moves at nearly 300 million meters per second. That difference creates the peaceful pause between flash and rumble. Many people count the seconds between lightning and thunder. Every 3 seconds means the storm is about 1 kilometer away. This gentle counting connects us directly to the distance of the clouds above. As thunder travels, it bends around buildings, trees, and hills. It echoes inside valleys and fades across open fields. Each landscape reshapes the sound in its own way. That is why thunder can sound sharp in cities and soft in forests. Even humidity changes thunder's tone. Moist air carries sound farther. Dry air absorbs it faster, so every thunderclap carries information about the sky, the land, and the air. It is the voice of moving atmosphere. When thunder finally reaches you, lightning is already gone. The energy has already returned to silence, and what remains is only vibration gently passing through your body, reminding you that everything moves in waves. Sleepy storm fact number 13. Gentle rain can calm the nervous system's soft rain does something special to the human body. Its steady rhythm acts like natural white noise, helping the brain slow down. Raindrops fall in random but consistent patterns. This masks sudden sounds and reduces mental alertness, allowing relaxation to deepen. Scientists have found that rain sounds increase alpha brain waves, the same waves associated with meditation and calm awareness. Heart rate often slows, breathing becomes deeper, muscles release tension. This is why many people sleep better during rainstorms. Rain also produces negative ions in the air. These tiny charged particles are linked to improved mood and reduced stress. Even the smell of rain activates memories of safety and shelter together. Sound, scent, and atmosphere gently tell the nervous system you are safe. You can rest in nature. Animals also become quieter during light rain. Birds pause, insects retreat. Forests soften their voices. The world turns inward. Rain becomes a lullaby. So when rain taps softly outside your window, allow yourself to follow its rhythm. Let your thoughts slow. Let your breathing match the falling drops. Nature is guiding you toward rest. Sleepy storm fact number 14. Storms help balance Earth's temperature. Storms are part of Earth's climate balance. They move heat from warm places to cooler ones. Near the equator, sunlight warms oceans and land. Storm systems lift that heat into the atmosphere and carry it toward higher latitudes. This prevents the planet from overheating. Thunderstorms, hurricanes, and rain systems all participate in this slow redistribution of warmth. Warm air rises. Cool air replaces it. Moisture condenses. Energy releases. The cycle repeats endlessly. Without storms, tropical regions would grow hotter, while polar regions would freeze deeper. Storms are Earth's air conditioners, quietly circulating warmth across continents and seas. Even small local storms contribute to this global balance. Each rainfall, each wind shift, Each drifting cloud participates in planetary harmony. So when storms pass through your area, remember, they are not just weather. They are Earth maintaining equilibrium. Gentle system working behind the scenes. Asterisk sleepy storm fact number 15. Raindrops are not teardrop-shaped. Most people imagine raindrops as tiny teardrops, but in reality, falling. Raindrops look more like small flattened spheres. As raindrops fall, air pressure pushes against their bottoms, making them wider and flatter. Large drops resemble tiny hamburgers. Small drops remain nearly round. None look like tears. This shape helps raindrops fall smoothly through air without breaking apart. As drops grow larger, they wobble gently, splitting into smaller droplets mid-air. This natural process controls rainfall size. It prevents giant drops from forming. Even rain follows balance. Each drop adjusts itself during descent. So when rain touches your skin, that every droplet has already changed shape. Many times on its journey, tiny travelers adapting to gravity. Sleepy storm fact number 16. Some lightning travels upward into space. Not all lightning moves downward toward Earth. Some lightning travels upward. These rare events are called sprites, jets, and elves. They shoot from storm clouds toward the edge of space, creating glowing red and blue shapes high. Above thunderstorms, they last only milliseconds, invisible from the ground, captured mostly by satellites and high-speed cameras. These upward flashes connect Earth's atmosphere to space itself. They remind us that storms reach far beyond clouds. Energy flows upward as well as down. Even space feels Earth storms so above distant thunderstorms. Quiet bursts of light touch the edge of the cosmos, a gentle bridge between sky and stars. Sleepy storm fact number 17. Storm sounds are used in therapy for better sleep across the world. Therapists use storm sounds to help people rest. Soft rain, distant thunder, gentle wind through trees. These natural rhythms calm the nervous system and reduce mental noise. Storm audio works because it masks sudden background sounds. This creates a consistent acoustic environment, allowing the brain to relax. Researchers call this sound conditioning. The steady patterns of rainfall activate alpha brainwaves associated with peace and creativity while lowering cortisol, the stress hormone. Hospitals use rain sounds in recovery rooms. Meditation apps include thunderstorm tracks. Parents play rain recordings to help babies fall asleep. Storm sounds remind the body of shelter in nature. Animals instinctively become still during gentle rain. Humans carry the same ancient memory. When you hear distant thunder, your mind senses protection indoors. Storm sounds also slow breathing. Each rumble arrives like a long exhale from the sky. With every drop, tension fades. Even insomnia patients report deeper rest when listening to storm ambience. So if rain ever helps you sleep, it is not coincidence. It is biology responding to nature. The storm becomes your lullaby. Sleepy storm fact number 18. Ancient cultures believed storms carried messages from the gods long before science explained storms. Humans watched the sky with wonder. Thunder was thought to be divine. Speech. Lightning was seen as sacred fire. Rain was considered a blessing from heaven. Ancient Egyptians believed storms carried messages from Ra. Norse legends said Thor created thunder with his hammer in India. Lightning was linked to Indra, king of the skies. Across cultures, storms symbolized connection between earth and higher realms. People listened closely during thunder, believing wisdom traveled within the sound. Rain rituals were performed to invite fertility. Storm clouds were honored as spiritual travelers. Even today, many traditions still offer prayers during storms, though science now explains pressure systems and electricity. The emotional meaning remains. Storms feel powerful because they remind us how small we are. They awaken humility. They invite reflection. When lightning lights the sky, something ancient stirs inside us, a quiet memory of looking upward. Storms continue to teach us awe. Sleepy storm fact number 19. Storm clouds can stretch wider than entire cities. Some storm systems span hundreds of kilometers from space. They appear like vast white oceans drifting above continents. A single thunderstorm cluster can cover multiple cities at once. These clouds move slowly, shaped by upper winds. Inside them, rain falls in one region while sunlight touches another. Storms are not uniform. They breathe in sections. Some areas receive gentle drizzle. Others experience heavy downpour. These giant clouds carry rivers in the sky. They shade forests. They cool deserts. They touch millions of lives quietly, even though they look massive. Storm clouds float. They drift patiently. They reshape weather, landscapes without effort. Next time clouds roll in from far away, remember, they may have traveled across mountains and seas, silent travelers in the atmosphere. Sleepy storm fact number 20. Rainfall helps seeds wake up from dormancies. Seeds can sleep for years beneath soil. Waiting dry ground keeps them still. But when rain arrives, everything changes. Moisture enters seed coats, activating enzymes inside. Cells begin to divide, roots stretch downward, shoots reach upward. Rain is nature's alarm clock. Storms awaken forests. Grasslands respond within days. Deserts bloom after rare rainfall. Even ancient seeds buried deep can awaken after storms. This process is called germination. It transforms silent life into visible green. Rain carries nutrients into soil, giving seedlings strength. Every storm plants tomorrow's forests. So while rain may seem ordinary, it is quietly creating futures. Each drop whispers, grow. Sleepy storm fact number 21. Not all storms are loud. Some storms pass silently. They drift over oceans, releasing gentle rain without thunder. High altitude storms glow softly. Mist storms move through forests unnoticed. These quiet systems still refresh Earth. They nourish leaves. They refill streams. They cool air. Storms do not always roar. Many simply breathe. Nature works even in silence. So if you ever feel rain without thunder, no, the storm is still doing its job, quietly caring for the world. Sleepy storm fact number 22. Every storm has its own unique rhythm. No two storms are ever exactly the same. Each storm carries its own tempo. The spacing of raindrops, the timing of thunder, the speed of wind, the rise and fall of clouds. Some storms arrive softly, with light drizzle and distant murmurs. Others build slowly, layer by layer, until rain deepens and thunder rolls. Scientists study storm rhythms through pressure changes and wind cycles, but humans feel them instinctively. Your body notices the pattern. Breathing adjusts to rainfall. Heart rate synchronizes with steady drops. Thoughts slow when thunder fades into background echoes. Storm rhythm comes from rising warm air meeting cooler layers above. These invisible currents create repeating cycles inside clouds, lifting moisture, releasing rain, and then lifting again. It is like a slow heartbeat in the sky. This is why storm recordings feel musical. Rain becomes percussion. Wind becomes harmony. Thunder becomes bass. Nature composes its own symphony. Animals respond to birds. Pause their songs, insects retreat. Forests listen. Even oceans follow storm timing. Changing wave patterns as pressure shifts. So when a storm moves through your world, try to feel its rhythm. Let it guide your breathing. Let it slow your thoughts. Every storm arrives with its own gentle song. Sleepy storm fact number 23. Wind? Inside storms spirals like rivers in the sky inside storm clouds. Air does not move straight. It curves, it circles, it spirals. Warm air rises from the ground, meets cooler air above, then bends sideways. This creates rotating pathways, invisible rivers flowing through the sky. These spirals help storms grow. They lift moisture higher, forming clouds and rain in larger systems like hurricanes. These spirals become massive, visible arms wrapping around the storm's center. But even small thunderstorms contain gentle rotations. Air glides upward, curls around, then descends again. This continuous movement distributes heat and moisture. Storm winds do not rush randomly. They follow graceful curves shaped by Earth's rotation. From satellites, storms appear like soft galaxies drifting across oceans. Inside them, air travels in slow loops, carrying droplets like tiny passengers. These sky rivers connect surface warmth with upper atmosphere coolness. They help regulate temperature. They maintain balance. So when wind brushes past your window during a storm, imagine invisible streams flowing above, rivers of air quietly shaping weather. Sleepy storm fact number 24. Storms help refill rivers, lakes, and underground aquifers. Rainfall becomes part of Earth's water journey. Some water flows into rivers, some fills lakes, some sinks deep underground into aquifers, hidden reservoirs beneath the surface. These underground stores provide drinking water for billions of people. Storms are their primary refill source. Rain seeps through soil and rock layers, slowly filtering until it reaches underground chambers. This process can take days, months, or even centuries. Some water you drink today may have fallen as rain long before cities existed. Storms also replenish wetlands, springs, and forest streams. They keep ecosystems alive. Without storms, groundwater would disappear, plants would dry, rivers would shrink, life would struggle. So every storm contributes to future water security. Each rainfall is an investment in tomorrow. Quiet generosity from the sky. Sleepy storm fact number 25. Lightning creates ozone, giving rain its fresh smell. When lightning flashes, it changes air chemistry. Electric energy splits oxygen molecules, forming ozone. This ozone mixes with petrichor and moist air, creating that clean, sharp scent. After storms, it feels refreshing because ozone increases oxygen availability in the atmosphere. Your lungs respond. Your mind feels clearer. Lightning also neutralizes certain pollutants, adding to rain's cleansing effect. Together, rain and lightning refresh the sky. They reset atmospheric balance so that fresh smell after a storm is not imagination, it is chemistry. The sky has been gently purified. Sleepy storm fact number 26. Some storms create glowing balls of light called ball lightning. Ball lightning. It's one of nature's rarest mysteries. Witnesses describe floating spheres of light during storms, glowing softly like moving lanterns. These orbs drift slowly, sometimes entering rooms through windows before fading away. Scientists still study their origin. Some believe they form from plasma trapped inside electromagnetic fields. Others suggest vaporized minerals creating luminous clouds. Ball lightning is unpredictable, silent, gentle, brief, though rare. These glowing spheres remind us that storms still hold secrets. Nature always keeps some magic. So, somewhere, during quiet thunderstorms, small glowing lights may appear, briefly touching our world before vanishing back into mystery. Asterisk. Sleepy storm fact number 27. Raindrops fall at different speeds depending on their size. Not every raindrop falls the same way. Tiny droplets drift slowly, almost floating through the air. Larger drops fall faster, guided by gravity and shaped By wind, small raindrops descend at about 2 meters per second. Big drops can fall at nearly 9 meters per second, but even the fastest raindrops never truly rush. Air resistance gently slows them. As drops fall, they wobble softly, changing shape and sometimes breaking into smaller droplets. This natural process keeps rainfall gentle and balanced. No giant drops crash down. Nature protects itself. Wind currents also affect speed. Some drops travel sideways. Others rise briefly before falling again inside storm clouds. Raindrops may travel up and down many times before finally reaching the ground. Each drop follows its own winding path. Some evaporate mid-air, some land on leaves, some enter rivers. Rainfall becomes a quiet choreography. So when rain touches your skin, remember, that droplet may have danced in clouds for minutes or hours before arriving. Sleepy storm fact number 28. Storm clouds can carry billions of gallons of water, single. Large storm cloud can hold more water than entire lakes. Inside these floating giants, billions of gallons drift silently above Earth. This water remains suspended because rising air currents gently support tiny droplets and ice crystals. From the ground, clouds look light, but they are oceans in the sky. They glide over cities, forests, and oceans, carrying rainfall for distant lands. When conditions are right, gravity slowly takes over. Rain begins, clouds release what they have been holding. This transfer of water connects atmosphere to Earth's surface. It is part of the planet's endless recycling system. Clouds gather water from oceans, transport it across continents, and return it as rain. So every storm is also a delivery. Fresh water traveling through the sky. Quiet generosity drifting overhead. Sleepy storm fact number 29. Rain sounds can synchronize human breathing. Rain does more than soothe, it gently guides breathing. Studies show that steady rain sounds encourage slow, rhythmic respiration. People naturally match their breaths to the pattern of falling. Drops, inhale, exhale, drop. This synchronization activates the parasympathetic nervous system. The body's relaxation mode, heart rate lowers, muscles soften, thoughts slow. This is why rain helps meditation and sleep, even recorded. Rain produces similar effects. Your body remembers rainfall from deep evolutionary history. Rain meant water, safety, shelter, so when rain falls outside, your breathing becomes part of the storm's rhythm. Sky and body moving together. Sleepy storm fact number 30. Thunderstorms help plants grow. Faster thunderstorms bring more than water. They bring nutrients. Lightning transforms nitrogen in the air into usable compounds. These fall to earth with rain, naturally fertilizing soil. Plants absorb this nitrogen through roots, using it to build leaves and stems. This is why forests look greener after storms. Rain also loosens soil, allowing oxygen to reach roots. Thunderstorms refresh ecosystems. They awaken microbes. They activate seeds. They stimulate growth. Even the vibrations of thunder may help roots spread. Nature responds to storms with renewal. So every thunderstorm is also a quiet gardener. Feeding fields, strengthening trees, preparing tomorrow's harvest. Sleepy storm fact number 31. Storm systems can stretch across entire countries. Some storms grow so large they cover nations. From satellites, they appear as massive white blankets moving slowly across continents. Rain may fall in one city, while sunshine appears in another, all under the same system. These wide storms form when cold and warm air masses meet, creating long cloud bands. They travel for days, sometimes weeks. They water farmland. They fill reservoirs. They cool overheated regions. Storm systems connect distant places. What begins over oceans may end over mountains. So when clouds arrive in your area, they may have crossed borders and seas. Weather is a global conversation. Every storm carries stories from far away. Sleepy storm fact number 32. Rain cools overheated cities. Naturally, cities store heat. Concrete, asphalt, and buildings absorb sunlight during the day and slowly release it at night. This creates what scientists call the urban heat island effect. Storms gently correct this. When rain falls, it cools streets, rooftops, and walls. Water evaporates from surfaces, carrying heat back into the atmosphere. Air temperature drops. Warm pavements release stored energy. Even light rain can reduce city temperatures by several degrees. Cloud cover also blocks incoming sunlight, giving overheated neighborhoods a chance to rest. Trees drink rainfall and release moisture through leaves, further cooling the air. Storm winds circulate fresh air through crowded streets together. Rain, wind, and clouds act like nature's cooling system. After storms, cities feel lighter. Breathing becomes easier. People walk slower. Even traffic sounds softer. So, every rainfall is not just weather. It is Earth gently lowering the temperature of human spaces. A quiet reset. Sleepy storm fact number 33. Storms help move nutrients across continents. Storms are traveling messengers. Dust from deserts rises into clouds and journeys across oceans. Minerals from Africa fertilize South American rainforests. Salt from seas enriches inland soils. Pollen, spores, and microscopic life hitch rides on storm winds. Rain carries these nutrients to distant lands. This invisible exchange feeds forests, fields, and oceans. Without storms, many ecosystems would slowly weaken. Storms connect Earth's living systems. They transport life. They distribute resources. They link continents in quiet cooperation. So when rain falls where you live, it may contain particles from faraway places. The planet shares itself through storms. Sleepy storm fact number 34. Each lightning bolt creates tiny shock waves in the air. Lightning heats air instantly. That rapid heating creates pressure waves, tiny atmospheric earthquakes. These shock waves expand outward, becoming thunder. Close to the strike, the sound is sharp. Farther away, echoes soften, but beyond sound, these shock waves ripple through the atmosphere, touching clouds, trees, and ground. They briefly change air pressure. They vibrate windows. They travel through soil. Even animals sense them. Lightning is not just light, it is motion energy spreading in circles. Every bolt sends invisible ripples across Earth. Then silence returns. Sleepy storm fact number 35. Desert storms can create sudden rivers. Deserts seem dry, but when storms arrive, landscapes transform. Rain falls on hardened ground that cannot absorb water quickly. Instead, runoff rushes through valleys, forming temporary rivers called wadis. These flash floods reshape terrain. They carve channels, they transport seeds, they refill underground reservoirs. For brief moments, deserts flow with life. Plants awaken, animals emerge, then water fades again. Storms bring short-lived rivers to places that appear lifeless. Even deserts remember how to bloom. Sleepy storm fact number 36. Storm clouds act like giant floating batteries. Side storm clouds. Electrical charges separate. Positive charges rise. Negative charges sink. The cloud becomes a massive energy storage system, a floating battery. When the charge grows too strong, lightning releases it. This natural electricity helps balance Earth's atmosphere. Storm clouds quietly collect energy, then gently return it to the planet. They are part of Earth's electrical heartbeat, charging, discharging, Dutch resting. So above you, clouds may be storing invisible power, waiting, balancing, keeping harmony between sky and ground. Asterisk sleepy storm fact number 37. Some storms last only minutes. Others for weak storms live on very different timelines. Some pass through in just a few minutes, brief showers that refresh streets and vanish. Others grow slowly, traveling across oceans and continents for weeks. Short storms form when warm air rises quickly, releases rain, then settles. Long storms, like tropical systems, feed on warm ocean water and steady winds. They evolve gradually, gathering strength and moisture day by day. Both types serve Earth. Quick storms. Cool, overheated ground, long storms redistribute heat and refill. Major watersheds, storms do not rush. They move at their own pace. Even fast-moving rain bands follow. Atmospheric currents with patience. Weather teaches us that time is flexible. Nature works on many clocks at once, so whether rain lasts minutes or days. Each storm arrives exactly as long as it needs. Then it fades, leaving quiet behind. Sleepy storm fact number 38. Gentle rain lowers. Heart rate light rainfall creates a calming environment for the body. Steady drops generate rhythmic sound patterns that relax the nervous system. Research shows that soft rain can lower heart rate and blood pressure by activating relaxation pathways. In the brain, breathing deepens, muscles soften, stress hormones decrease. This response is ancient rain. Once meant fresh water and survival, your body still remembers. Negative ions released during fall may also improve mood and mental clarity. Together, sound, scent, and atmosphere guide the body toward rest. Even watching rain through a window produces similar calming effects. Nature provides therapy. So when rain falls gently, allow your heart to slow with it. Let each drop carry tension away. Sleepy storm fact number 39. Storm winds sculpt mountains over millions of years. Wind may feel soft on skin, but over time, it shapes landscapes. Storm winds carry sand, dust, and ice particles that slowly erode rock surfaces across millions of years. This constant motion carves valleys, smooths cliffs, and reshapes mountains combined with rain. Storms break stone into soil. They transport sediments into rivers. They form deltas and plains, mountains. You see today were refined by countless storms. Every GUST leaves a tiny mark. Nature is patient. Storms are artists. They sculpt Earth one breeze at a time. Sleepy storm fact number 40. Thunder echoes differently. Depending on cloud shape, thunder does not sound the same in every storm. Cloud height, thickness, and shape affect how sound travels. Tall clouds create longer echoes. Wide clouds produce rolling. Rumbles. Low clouds create sharper cracks. Wind direction bends sound waves. Humidity carries thunder farther. Mountains reflect it. Forests absorb it. Every environment reshapes thunder's voice. That is why thunder in cities sounds different than thunder in open fields. Each storm composes its own acoustics. Listening to thunder is listening to the landscape. Sleepy storm fact number 41. Every snowflake in a storm is unique. No flakes begin as tiny ice crystals as they fall. They pass through layers of temperature and humidity. Growing delicate branches know to follow the same path, know to grow the same way. That is why every snowflake has its own design. Storm clouds produce billions of these tiny works of art. Each one disappears moments after landing. Ephemeral beauty, snowstorms create silent galleries of uniqueness, then they melt away. Nature creates miracles without attachment. Asterisk, sleepy storm fact number 42. Storms carry microscopic life across ocean. Storms are not just moving water and air, they also transport life inside clouds and wind currents. Tiny organisms, bacteria, spores, pollen, and microscopic algae travel thousands of kilometers. These invisible passengers drift across seas and continents. Scientists have found living microbes inside. Storm clouds and rainfall. Some originate in deserts. Others come from oceans. Storm winds lift them high into the atmosphere, where they float for days before settling into new environments. When rain falls, these travelers return to Earth. They land in forests, fields, rivers, and cities. Some help ecosystems by aiding plant growth. Others simply become part of soil. This process spreads biodiversity. It connects distant ecosystems. Storms quietly exchange life between continents, so every rainfall carries whispers from faraway lands, invisible travelers returning home. Sleepy storm fact number 43. Rainwater begins its journey months before reaching the ground. Does not begin in clouds. It begins in oceans, lakes, rivers, and soil. Water evaporates slowly under sunlight, rising invisibly into the sky. It may drift for weeks or months before becoming part of a cloud. Some vapor travels thousands of kilometers before condensing. Only later does it return as rain. So each raindrop has already completed a long journey before you ever feel it. Water cycles endlessly dot sky to sea, land to cloud, cloud to ground. The drop touching your window may once have been ocean spray, or mountain snow, or jungle mist. Rain carries Earth's memory. Sleepy storm fact number 44. Lightning can strike sand and turn it into glass when lightning hits sandy ground. Extreme heat melts silica instantly. The result is natural glass tubes called fulgurites. They form branching shapes beneath the surface. Following lightning's path, these fragile structures preserve the moment electricity touched Earth. Inside them, sand becomes smooth glass. Each fulgurite is unique, a fossilized lightning strike. Storms leave hidden artwork beneath beaches and deserts. Proof that even brief flashes can create lasting beauty. Sleepy storm fact number 45. Storms help balance Earth's oxygen cycle. Storms stir oceans and forests. Rain feeds plants. Winds mix air layers. Lightning alters atmospheric chemistry. Together, these processes support oxygen production. Rain nourishes trees and algae, Earth's main oxygen makers. Storm winds circulate fresh air across continents. Ocean storms bring nutrients to plankton near the surface. Plankton produce much of our oxygen, so storms quietly sustain the air we breathe. Every rainfall contributes to oxygen renewal, a gentle partnership between sky and life. Sleepy storm fact number 46. Rain improves soil fertility. Naturally, rain does more than water plants. It delivers nutrients. Stormwater dissolves minerals from rocks and carries them into soil. Lightning adds nitrogen. Microbes awaken. Earthworms surface. Soil becomes alive. This natural fertilization strengthens crops and forests. Roots grow deeper. Leaves grow greener. Rain also loosens compacted soil, allowing oxygen to reach underground life. Each storm prepares land for growth, so every rainfall is also nourishment. The ground listens, life responds. Sleepy storm fact number 47. Some storms form beautiful spiral shapes visible from space from far above Earth. Storms reveal their hidden artistry. Satellites capture vast cloud systems curling into graceful spirals over oceans and continents. These shapes form because Earth rotates beneath moving air, gently bending storm winds into curves. This effect is called the Coriolis force. Warm air rises at the center of a storm. Cooler air flows inward to replace it. As this air moves, Earth's rotation guides it into circular paths. Slowly, softly, the storm begins to spin. Over time, cloud bands stretch outward like delicate arms, wrapping around the center. Rain follows these pathways. Wind travels along invisible curves. What looks chaotic from the ground becomes beautifully organized from space. Each spiral storm resembles a giant galaxy drifting across blue oceans. These shapes help storms distribute heat and moisture evenly. They prevent energy from building in one place. Even small storms show hints of rotation. Nature prefers circles. Spirals appear everywhere in shells, plants, galaxies, and storms. So when clouds swirl overhead, remember, you are witnessing the same geometry that shapes the universe. The sky is quietly drawing spirals. Sleepy storm fact number 48. Storm clouds glow pink and purple during sunsets as the sun lowers toward the horizon. Its light travels through thicker layers of atmosphere. Blue wavelengths scatter away, leaving reds, oranges, and purples behind. When this warm light meets storm clouds, something magical happens. Water droplets and ice crystals inside the clouds reflect and scatter colors, painting the sky in soft pinks, glowing purples, and gentle amber tones. Storm clouds act like giant mirrors. They capture sunset light and spread it across the heavens. Each cloud layer bends light differently, creating depth and texture. Some clouds glow from below, others shine along their edges. Even distant rain curtains shimmer faintly. These colors change minute by minute. No two sunsets are ever identical. Storm sunsets remind us that even two heavy clouds carry beauty. Darkness and light meet briefly. Then night arrives. So when storm clouds blush at sunset, pause. The sky is offering a quiet masterpiece. Sleepy. Storm fact number 49. Wind during storms follows invisible pathways. Storm winds do not move randomly. They follow invisible channels shaped by temperature, pressure, mountains, forests, and cities. Warm air rises, cool air sinks. Pressure differences create gentle highways in the sky. Wind flows along these paths, curving around buildings, hills, and trees. Even within a single storm, many wind streams exist at once. Some rising, some falling, some circling. These pathways guide clouds, rain, and lightning. They also carry scents, seeds, and sound. When you feel wind brush your face, it has already traveled through valleys, over rooftops, across fields. It brings stories from far away. Storm winds are messengers. They connect places. Silently, every breeze is part of a larger journey. Sleepy storm fact number 50. Storms help regulate Earth's magnetic field. Earth is wrapped in a magnetic shield that protects us from solar radiation. Storms gently interact with this field. Lightning sends electrical currents through the ground and atmosphere. These currents briefly influence magnetic patterns around the planet. High altitude. Storms also affect charged particles in near-Earth space. Together, these processes help redistribute electrical energy. It is subtle, quiet, constant storms. Participate in Earth's electromagnetic balance. They are part of the planet's invisible protection system, so even while rain falls softly, unseen energies are adjusting around you. Sky and Earth communicating, maintaining harmony.